Okay, tonight we're looking at history. And we have Denya giving us a glimpse, a slice of a very rich civilization, India. I'll have a little bit of admission. I've been lurking on something called Gay Bombay. I hear nothing about history on Gay Bombay. It's always like, where it cruise and which policeman had a shake here, shook me down for how much of a bribe. All these universal concerns. And we are so easily trapped into this thinking that how we know the gay and lesbian issue today has always been known in that way. And how it is known in one country is known likewise in other countries. Because a lot of the discourse today is very narrowly based on the Western discourse of the gay issue. So, I'm very pleased tonight that we have Denya here to give us a little glimpse. We can't do very much, it's 5,000 years, right? You're not going to speak 5,000 years, are you?
No.
Okay, little glimpse of how far back?
500 BC, well, the
How about
Vedas.
2,500?
I'll try and concise. Okay, I'll give you all the chronology, okay?
Okay, from that period, when the world was very, very different, when the way of seeing the world was very different, and we hope it's an opportunity to appreciate, how far back, how long-standing the ability of humans to see different sexualities, how they act. And after Denya, I think like butterflies in the stomach and then disappear.
Probably.
Is he putting on his underwear again?
No, he's in his underwear now.
What?
He's in his underwear now.
He's going to talk about Western gay history, and after that we'll have Q&A, and maybe we'll have some cross-fertilization in order to better appreciate all these different kinds of history. Alright, so...
Thank you, Alex. Okay, I joked about Ishan. Ishan's got the slides now. I'm the trailer, he's the movie. So bear with me, I'm going to try and concise 5,000 years of history. If you need me to explain something, because I can recognize all these words and y'all can't, I don't want to stop you guys. So if you get lost, yell questions and I'll try to figure it out. Oh no. Yes. I know. Okay. I actually got into traditional Indian literature. Okay, literature for Indians generally come in with scripture. So a lot of the stuff that you're going to hear, it's scripture rather than literature. So I'm not trying to make this a religious structure, it's just most of my references come from there. The reason I got into it is because I come from a traditional Indian Hindu family, which when I came up, readily accepted me and readily allowed me to be a part of the family structure. However, a lot of Indian folk I meet welcome and own a lot more to Western history. And I couldn't understand why they left their Indianness at the door rather than queerness. So I'm going to try and concise 5,000 years of history. By Vedic law, we are considered a third gender. So we are man, woman, or third gender. At the point of Vedic law, we were allowed to learn scripture, very specific scripture. We're allowed to be artists, we're allowed to be in government. A lot of them were soldiers, a lot of men were soldiers, a lot of women were soldiers. But we were recognized. We were absolutely recognized. And in a way, the Vedic descriptions show that parents were actually encouraged, if they saw that their children were gay and lesbian, to allow them to go into a specific type of learning. In Brahminic families, do you guys have like a brief pictorial memory of Hindu religion? There is a deity called the Artanadeshwara, which is...
Say that again?
The Artanadeshwara, which is a combination of Shiva and Shakti together. So one half of it is in a dhoti and all that, and the other half of it is in a sari. Now, I'm using this book because I can't really memorize scripture But this particular verse is actually referenced only if you're gay lesbian. That means if you're not gay lesbian and you're Brahmin, you ain't going to learn this sloga. This is another additional shloka. It says, the large one half shines with golden yellow color, and the other half shines bright of Katpura. Katpura is camphor. One side of the head is adorned with braided decoration, the other one uncapped band of hair. I bow to Shiva, which is the female aspect of Shiva, and Shiva in the form of Akshadadeshwara. Only transgender folk were allowed to even speak these words. Right? It is also tradition and belief to this day that those of us who are in the third gender are not necessarily soothsayers, but we are held in reference because what we say or what we utter comes true. Now, you guys might hear a lot of it from the hijras in the north. You know, they are invited to weddings, they are invited to births, to bless for this very reason. And that's why the hijras are kept. But I mean, also many of the people I know who are third gender also do work like astrology, you know, rituals, births. People who also work with death. A lot of rituals accomplished with death because we are outside of Vedic law. We are outside of Vedic law. A lot of homophobic Indians actually use part of the Vedic law, include the Manu Sastras and the Dharma Sastras, which is often referenced by homophobic Hindus to say, oh, it's against the law for you to be gay and lesbian because, you know, it's against divine law. We have to shave half your head, drop you in black and white, and put you in a donkey. No. According to Manu Sastras, the punishment is only for Brahminic men. For Brahmin and you with another man, you have to have a ritual bath. Having said that, yes, here.
Look at the front of the person. Look at the back. Speak to them.
No one can hear me?
No, that's how you ensure that you adjust your body.
Okay.
Mentally, you look at those persons. Right?
Yeah. Okay, there's only one provision, and this is probably also a reason why India is trying to read down its law. There's only one forbidden rule in the Manu Sastras regarding same-sex relations. You're not supposed to engage in sex with children, male or female, between the age of 8 and 12. There's no other such law.
Right below it.
What are heterosexuals like that? 8 to 12? Like, you're going to hang out with a 7-year-old boy? No. Like, in context, only at the age of 6 are you initiated into the slogas and all that. Before that, you're really confused. So that's probably when they socially get together. But even in that context, the punishments are fairly little. Heterosexual adultery actually encompasses being stoned, I believe, or being buried up to your neck. So, gay and lesbian, you got it easy Vedically, as opposed to English Vedic law. I mean, things really just got messy when the Brits came. And when the Brits came, what they did, Indians being Indians, we absorbed Western influence. India kept getting invaded because we kept absorbing cultures. So what happened was a lot of traditional scripture gets interpreted. Like a lot of people that translated the Kama Sutra, for instance, left out all the third gender stuff. I think there's a 16-step or point on how to give a man a blowjob from another man, actually.